this lockdown, this quarantine period has given me so much time to think about things and to talk about things. And one thing that I really actually thought about, like for a long period of time, I kept thinking of the things that I could have done differently when I was in my teenage years. And I really wanted to talk about that. Listen, the teenage period is different for everyone. It might have been the best time of your life, it might have been the worst time of life, it might have been a so-so time of your life, but it's always different for everyone. So pretty much there's no right or wrong here. I'm just trying to share with you guys the things that I would have done differently when I was younger. And I hope you guys learned something from it. First of all though, since this is a very personal video and I want to get comfortable with you guys, I'm obviously wearing something very comfortable and I'm wearing my favorite hair dress when I'm about to sleep. I'm just in my room and I hope you guys feel comfortable too watching this. So one of my regrets when I was in my teenage years is not focusing much on my studies, especially when I was in high school. I think I saw a roach. So I'm not exactly the laziest student in my high school, but I think I could have done better. I was so focused on being a social butterfly when I was in high school. I was so focused on trying to fit in with everyone, trying to be friendly with everyone. And that probably worked for a lot of people, being, friendly with everyone. But thinking of it now, I feel like it's not really my thing. I just tried to keep on doing it because I feel like I wanted to belong somewhere. But had I done better in my studies, I think I could have achieved more. So, yeah. By the way, just a little segue, if you're a fan of Adventure Time, I love this pillow so much. LSB is so amazing. She's a spoiled brat, but she's funny. And this is, I don't really have a name for him or her yet. My mom gave this to me when I was in my teenage years, so it's very, very nostalgic when I hug him or her. And yeah, I really love this puppy. Now, another thing, and this is very specific, one thing that I would have done differently is having my ears pierced with a gun, like this one. Especially this one, my cartilage piercing. I would definitely go back in time and have it pierced by a professional. I swear to God, if you're a teenager and you're planning to get a piercing after this lockdown, after this quarantine, please have it done by a professional. I had this done impulsively on my 4th year of high school, like this one. It's been 10 years since I had my cartilage pierced, and it's still giving me a lot of hassle. Basically because I didn't have it done by a professional. It's not really, interrupting with my daily activities, but occasionally and oftentimes it gets irritated, especially when I sleep on it. That's my dog. My dogs are wild tonight. And then another thing that I regret doing when I was younger is comparing myself a lot to other women. I'm still guilty of doing that, to be honest, until now, but I did it more often when I was younger. I realized that had I not been a really competitive when I was younger, I would have made a lot of women friends, that would help me a lot right now. Because when you grow, when you become a woman, when you arrive in your early 20s, in your mid-20s, you just realize that all you really have is other women to support you. Not just about makeups or talking about how men are giving us migraines all the time. It's also about, making you realize the things that you can be. It's about just having this community of women that you can talk to. It's something that I feel like I'm lacking, and I'm making up for it right now. I'm glad that I'm actually doing something about it. And I wish I could have done it differently when I was younger. Another thing is being very incredibly shy. I am a really shy person. Talking to you right now is making me feel anxious, even if I'm just talking to my camera, basically. When I was young, I was so shy that I would miss a lot of opportunities that were staring at me right in my face. I missed joining organizations when I was in college. I missed joining competitions, singing competitions, writing competitions way back in high school until college. I regret not doing those things. I regret just being shy all the time. I think I could have done a lot of more things had I not been stuck in this bubble that I'm in for most of my teenage years. Another thing that I regret a lot now about my younger years is not standing up for other people. What I mean by that is not standing up for those who are in need of emotional help, especially way back in high school. I've seen a lot of bullies. I myself have been bullied a lot when I was in high school, and I remember each one of you. Yes, I'm looking at you. In high school, basically, if you become the bystander when someone gets bullied, you become the bully as well. Like, if you're trying to stay out of the trouble, you become the bully as well. You become a part of the bully side, you know. And yeah, I wish I could have stood up for a lot of people, and I really apologize if I didn't do that when I was younger. And then the last thing, and probably the most important thing that I regret doing so much when I was younger, is limiting myself to the expectations of people when it comes to a woman. Like, if you're a woman, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to be this, you can't be like this, you have to sit properly, you have to not laugh so much. As if being a woman isn't hard enough in this men-dominated world, like in this world where opportunities come first for men. I hate the fact that I tried to mold myself as the woman that people expected and wanted me to be, to the point that I limited myself from grabbing opportunities because of that. I really hate it. And I'm trying to change now. I am growing, I am realizing my potentials, and I'm grateful for that. Now, if you would ask me if I would go back in time and actually change these things, like if someone would actually come to me, a genie probably, and tell me that I could change my past, I could change things that I want to change, would I do it? I definitely wouldn't. I know it sucks to think that you've done a lot of stupid things when you were younger, and it would really be an ideal thing to go back in time, change things. But, you know, every stupid thing that you did is basically what brought you to where you are right now. You might not be a perfect person right now, but at least you learned something, right? At least you have something to share to younger people, to the younger generation right now. Except the piercing, probably. I probably would really go back in time and have my ears pierced by a professional. Yeah, definitely. Alrighty, you guys, I think I've said everything I need to. And to the younger generation, to the ones in their teenage years right now, this video isn't meant to scare you. This video is meant to show you that it's fine to have not a perfect life on your teenage years. You're most probably gonna have some regrets as well. when you arrive in your mid-20s and your early 20s, or even as you grow, and that's fine. Just take things lightly, not too lightly though, but just try to find a balance in your adolescent years. I know it's hard, but yeah, everyone goes through that stage, believe me, and you'll get through it. I believe in you. Thank you guys, and good night. See you again.